There was a time when people at a busy city train station saw the same man every single day. No one knew his name, not because he didn't have one, but because no one ever cared to ask. People knew him by where he stood: torn clothes, a tired face, and eyes that looked completely empty. He stood in the same corner of the station every day, asking for spare change. Whatever he collected, that's how he survived. What would he eat today? That was his biggest worry. Tomorrow and the future meant nothing to him. Stories like this become life-changing stories because they are real and happen all around us. One morning, just like any other day, he was standing there asking for money when he noticed a man walking by. The man was well-dressed, confident, and looked like someone who had his life together. The beggar thought the man must be doing well and hoped that if he gave him something, his day would be easier. So he stepped forward and held out his hand.
Ow.
The man stopped, looked at him closely, and asked a question the beggar had never heard before. Asked if he planned to spend his entire life just asking people for things, and whether he had ever thought about giving something instead. The beggar was confused. He said he was a beggar and didn't have anything to give. The man calmly replied that he was a businessman and believed in exchange. He said that when someone only knows how to ask, but never how to give, even their asking loses value. Without saying anything else, the man boarded the train and left. Although the man was gone, his words stayed behind. Many life-changing journeys begin with one uncomfortable question. That day, the beggar couldn't focus on asking for money anymore. Not that day, and not the next. One thought kept repeating in his mind: did he really have nothing to give? For the first time, he started looking at his life differently. All these years he had asked for kindness, but he had never once thought about what he could offer in return. The thought felt heavy. On the third morning, while walking past the station, something caught his attention. A few small flower plants stood there, bright and colorful, standing out in the middle of all the noise. Suddenly, a thought came to him. The flowers were beautiful, and he wondered if he could give those. He'd picked a few flowers. They weren't expensive or special, but for him they were something new. That day he went back to the train station, but this time he did something different. Whenever someone gave him money, he gave them a flower in return. At first, people were surprised. Some smiled, some looked confused, but something unexpected happened. People started giving more money than before. After a few days, he realized something important. People were no longer giving him money out of pity. They were giving money because they wanted the flower. For a small amount, they were getting something that made them feel good. For the first time in his life, a new identity formed in his mind. He wasn't begging anymore, he was selling something. That thought changed everything. Slowly, he removed the word beggar from his life. With the money he saved, he began buying flowers from the market. It was small and simple, but it became a routine. People started recognizing him, not as a beggar, but as an honest flower seller. As time passed, his business grew. He worked hard, treated people with respect, and never cheated anyone. His life slowly became stable. Now, he wasn't just thinking about what he would eat today, he could plan for tomorrow. 6 months later, at the same train station, he saw the man again. This time, he wasn't wearing torn clothes. He looked clean and confident. He walked up to the man and said that he probably wouldn't remember him, but one sentence he had said changed his life. Told him he was no longer a beggar and was now a businessman. The man smiled and looked at him. Didn't need to say anything. His eyes said it all. The beggar didn't just change his work. He changed the way he thought. This story reminds us that our lives are shaped by how we see ourselves. When we see ourselves as small, we stay small. But the moment we recognize our own value, life begins to change.